it's Paige. Welcome back to my channel. So today is the long-awaited moving vlog, bookcase organization. It's gonna be a little bit of everything today, and I have what, like hundreds of books and just an assorted array of boxes and suitcases and everything in between. Of just full of books that I need to put on these bookcases right here. So if you are new here, we very recently moved, and in our house tour I gave you a very brief tour of this room that we're putting all of my bookcases in and Troy's office in. In that tour, the room had no furniture in it. So if you saw the way that my library looked in the old house, then you know that I only had one corner bookcase, and I think I was less one of these bookcases actually. So we had to go and set up this new one over here and then the corner bookcase here. So my library has grown a little bit, but I still want to do a bit of an unhaul. So while I'm going through these books, I need to probably get rid of some that I know I'm not going to read. So helping me today is Troy. He's just a guy I found out in the woods. He seems a little bit aggressive, but you know what? Sometimes you need that sort of energy to get things done. So we had an agreement, you know, I would feed him my first child if he would help me with today's organization. Also, as a side note, whereas in my last library the books were organized from left to right in alphabetical order, I think I'm going to do from right to left alphabetical order, which will disturb my brain a little bit.
These are A's.
I don't know.
You're right.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff and you wanna be my friend. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out. Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no one to ride to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna be my friend. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to.
Suitcases are done.
Baby! Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
hello.
Hello. Oh my gosh, my arms.
Look at that.
Bardugo.
I can help you out, I can help you out, I can help you out, I can help you out.
Oh my! This is an update. So we got rid of all the suitcases. We got rid of all the suitcases. And now we just have these boxes to work with, because those boxes to the left are completely empty now.
To her left.
If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change.
Singing don't worry about the thing. Why? Because of every little thing, it's gonna be alright.
I can help you out, I can help you out, I can help you out.
Hey guys! guys. It has been a couple weeks since my last clip, since the last time I actually was organizing these bookcases, and as you can see, the bookcases that I had not filled in the last clip are now filled with junk. Well, not junk, they're books and decorations. I'm gonna deal with that today, so there's really not much else to say apart from the fact that I just have a lot of organizing to do, and we're just gonna get to it.
You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets so lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence, and the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky.
11 o'clock on a Friday night.
It's the...
And it's finally over, so let's do a little tour.
The page.
My Saturday Mass shelf changed a bit because I have so many Saturday Mass books. You know, and I thought about this afterwards, and it would have been great if I thought about it during. But it would be great to have two separate shelves, one for Throne of Glass and one for Agatar. But guess what? Everything's in its place, and I'm not doing it right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bugs Bunny.
Now, here, you know, had to really scrounge together as many decorations as I could. So I have my
Sekiro.
teapot and the Sekiro.
I wonder whose that is.
Actually, once I
This is my hand, everyone.
Once I figure out how to open this, not to open it, but like to make it stay open. This is a fan that my mom got me from Kagoshima, which is where my fan is from. So,
oh, wow.
once I figure out how to keep it open, because it kind of wants to close, then I'll use it maybe to decorate, you know. This is kind of similar to a shelf that I had on the other, you know, in my other library setup. Kind of similar here as well, but I don't think I had the teas out. This chest, Troy made it for me probably like 6 years ago at this point. So there's some stuff in there. If you're curious, this is how we met, right here.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever shown that.
Some more made in Japan stuff.
The hand is telling me to go back up, so.
Yeah. Then on this bookcase, again, regular books, some new editions. This is where I put the Court of Thorns and Roses
Yes.
coloring book for
By
now.
a cauldron.
Because there's
Which
a
makes
cauldron
sense, the
in
cauldron.
there.
Yeah.
But honestly, there's no reason that it should be here specifically. It's just that that's where it ended up going.
I'd say Akatar has a lot to do with John Green, like in a,
Yeah, for sure.
like in a, some sort of extended world, you know.
So this is my Harry Potter shelf. It's a little different.
It's a little sparse.
I still don't have the Deathly Hallows book. This down here is a bunch of my philosophy
mess.
books. Just right here,
Philosophy
that I just put in there because
on the Stephen King shelf.
I didn't like that it was a big chunk of
Philosophy and
openness.
Stephen King.
Over on this bookcase, we actually have a new spotlight shelf.
Oh, it looks so good.
Does it? Okay, so this is the Leah Bardugo spotlight shelf.
I gotta show this.
At this point I have so many of her books, and I've enjoyed her writing so much that I was like, maybe it's time. And we got this key ball from, I think, Marshall's like a couple years ago, and we never used it. And as I was looking at it, because we brought it over, I realized that it kind of like matched this.
And keys, you know, goes with the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Looks like a fabricator made it.
So, you know, the rest of the shelf is pretty normal.
Boop, 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 boop.
And then over here, again, pretty normal, some new additions, and then kind of chaos. Not chaos, it's nice.
Beautiful chaos.
I didn't know what to do with these last 3 shelves because I don't have enough what I would call regular books to extend that far, which is fine. So I put some D&D books here. This is an art book from Elder Scrolls Online. It's just kind of an Elder Scrolls art book.
Beautiful.
So I put that here.
It's trying to recognize the creatures.
Oh.
The camera's like, is that a person?
So I put that here, not for any particular reason, but I just...
Because cool.
Just did.
Because coolness.
And then this is a mug that Troy actually got me, which fits my D&D character, because she's a pirate.
She's an Air Ganassi pirate.
Yeah. So I put that there, because the D&D. And then just Door of Glass.
Door of Glass and the
map.
Just
hanging out.
Boop.
You know.
And the map.
Down here we have my journals. This random bear. And then MC Bean books. And some more of my philosophy books, which usually sit by my bed, but it's not really going to work that way anymore. So.
She doesn't have to philosophize.
Again, some more just like random books. And here's my Kindle. Corner bookshelf. Again, you know, similar setup to what I had in my my last setup. Sort of, except it's in a different order. I have this. And then this is kind of new to this setup. So like I had this on my little bookcases and I don't anymore. It's like here, and I felt like I've actually had this things for so long. I felt like the gold went with the globe, and this is actually a bookmark that a subscriber got for me, and it also has gold in it, so cool. Just this candle's here for some reason. Here's my wax burner and my speaker, some more like practical stuff. Here's that support women in film kind of poster that I have. Oop. And then down here is my drawing of Ronan from the Raven Boys, and the Page of Swords thing that Maggie Seawater designed, and just a random thing that's filled with paper clips. And then my dog's bed down here. And finally, I think you've probably got a pretty good view of this bookcase, because it is pretty, I mean, it's pretty much similar to how it was before, except I have more like a spotlight shelf here. Troy got me these bookends, and I took their skulls off and put candles in them, and then I made this like a spotlight shelf of my favorite classics. Yeah, so we have like Confucius, Oedipus, The King, Poe, Little Women, Pride and Prejudice, Sherlock Holmes, Plato, Alice, Iliad, Odyssey, and Dr. Jekyll and Grimm's Fairy Tales. But, yeah, I mean, can you get a sweeping view of just... So, that is the end of this moving tour unhaul thing. And speaking of unhauls, these are all the books that I unhauled. I'm not going to do a tour of them because honestly they're just not that interesting. Like, they're a bunch of duplicates and like random Amish romance books. And I actually unhauled a few more books too, but those are gone because I didn't want my little cousin to have to wait for me to give them to her for the like 3 weeks that it took me to do this. So I already gave them to her. Again, not like that interesting. Like, if they were really interesting, like recent books that I decided like I hated that I was getting rid of and I had strong opinions about them, sure, I'd make like a full video about it, but they're not. Thanks for sticking around. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't already, please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, my community scratch, and Goodreads. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you back here again next week. Bye!